Good morning, Minarets community. Welcome to your principal's message. You may notice that I'm wearing a cape and I have a basket full of treats. That is because it's We Go Together Wednesday, and I am Little Red Riding Hood. Mr. Wilson is the Big Bad Wolf, and our office staff, they're the Three Little Pigs. So we go together, and there's a lot of people around school going together today. And in fact, it's been great participation this week. Yes, that's right, it is homecoming week. We started with America Monday, and this Monday it was particularly fitting because, as you know, we had a horrible tragedy in Las Vegas, and Monday happened to be America Monday, and all of our students were dressed in red, white, and blue. We observed a moment of silence and had our flag at half staff and talked about the incident in our classes, and really we took the opportunity that day to just unite as a school and a country around our nation's colors and our nation's flag, and just showing that we're a resilient school, we're a resilient country, and we unite together. So it was a really fitting Monday and a great start to, although sad, it was a good start to homecoming week. Yesterday we had Tie-Dye Tuesday, even better participation that day, and as I said, today is We Go Together Wednesday. Tomorrow is Throwback Thursday. So that's just going back, whatever decade the kids want to represent, they're going to dress up in that gear. And then Friday is Spirit Friday. We'll have a rally that day. We have a football game against Carruthers that night. And we have a dance following. And throughout the week, we're doing lunchtime activities, and the kids are just getting really into it. And it's just been a great Derby week is what we call it here at Minarets. An awesome Derby week. So as part of that, we have some students that have been nominated for Mr. and Miss Minarets. And what that is, it's kind of the antithesis of Homecoming King and Queen. It's not just a popularity vote. What it is, it's an actual award. So it starts with teachers. They nominate students who embody what we here at Minarets want to see in our students. Community service, academic excellence, involvement, and just that whole go big, go pro, go now mentality. And so once the teachers nominate, then it goes to a student vote, then it goes to a final decision based on all that from a panel of staff members. And so this is an award that if students are nominated for or they win, they could put on their resume for scholarships, for college, for work, all that. So it's something to be very proud of, and it's really stiff competition every year. It's really hard to come to the decision with those 3 rounds. But anyways, we want to congratulate all the students that were named to the award or who are nominated. We will announce that Friday during the football game. For the females, we have Julie Castleman, Sarah Brown, and Ivana Olivas for the seniors. For the underclassmen females, we have Kate Huff, Mandy Villanueva, and Greta Ziegler. For the senior males, we have Ben Belisario, Luke Fuller, and Cole Shattuck. And then for the underclassmen males, we have Hunter Ahrens, Garrett Bowe, and Aaron Hall. All of these candidates are deserving, and we're very proud of them. And no matter if they win or not, they are winners because they went through a lot of steps, and they're the people that have been chosen to represent this award, which is a huge thing. So congratulations to them. Last week, a couple things that happened that were really cool is we hosted, for the very first time, we hosted a location for Sierra Art Trails. So our students represented their art, and they actually sold their art pieces as part of the Sierra Art Trails. So we were a stop on the trail. We had a lot of public come in, a lot of students come in, and it was a huge success. So Miss Gamble and her art program, with her art shows at Idle Hour Winery in Oakhurst and with the Sierra Art Trails, they are definitely taking it a step higher this year, which is great. Also, we had our Native American Leadership Conference. So we sent a whole busload of students down to Fresno State, and they got basically a college tour, and they got to listen to speakers and work together as just a positive representation of Native American youth. So we're really, really proud of that. For football, we've had a couple of tough weeks, but we've played a couple of tough opponents. We lost 2 close games to Yosemite and Mendota, but we're really proud and excited for our program and Coach Becker Marr. because every year it just gets better and better. And in fact, we had youth night. Speaking of the future, we had youth night that night, and we were joined by tons of cheerleading families and tons of youth football families that night. We announced all those kids at halftime. And so that was awesome. And in addition to that, I mean, there are just countless clubs involved on Friday nights. And for me, someone who's been here since almost the very beginning of the school, just to see the level of participation, not only from the high school, but also from the youth, is just so encouraging and so exciting. So we want to thank all the families that have helped out with that. Also, we have started undefeated in league so far in volleyball. We took second place this past weekend in the Sunnyside tournament, and we are currently ranked fourth in Division III. And for those of you that don't know, Division III is basically has schools of 1,500 students, and much larger than our school. But our girls are just competing and battling, and we're doing really good again this year. So that's awesome. For cross country, we continue to do well. Our team is really strong, really active, growing by the day, and we are actually going to host a cross country meet again this year. And for cross country, we're actually going to get an official 5K course done here, so we can start hosting more 5Ks here at Minarets. So a lot of exciting things in athletics. In a few weeks, our FFA teams are going to nationals, and they'll be competing. Some of them for a national championship. And we also have students going out there as delegates. We have regional officer. So we are really doing well in FFA with our teams and with our representatives. And we're excited to send them back east to go be part of national convention here pretty soon. So that's about it for this week. Just a quick, brief update. We got a lot of exciting things coming up soon, but as long as I keep doing this every week, or at least try to, you guys are going to be up to speed on all of our developments. So let me just do my shout outs really quick. Want to do a big student shout out to Mr. Waylon Obernolte. Waylon Obernolte is a football player among many other things, but I was really excited and encouraged last weekend, because I'm usually, myself and Coach Marr are usually the last ones to leave school. But on that particular night, I went in to make sure that the changing room was cleaned, and I found Waylon Obernolte in there by himself, cleaning up the mess from after the football game. And that was close to midnight when he did that. So it's just, nobody asked him to do that, and he did it out of his kindness of his heart. And so I'm really thankful for you, Waylon. You are awesome. Also want to give a big parent shout out to Mrs. Tuttle. So if you don't know, Mrs. Tuttle comes to our school every once in a while, and she brings blankets with her at lunch. And what those blankets are, here's a big bag of them right here. And she gets blankets, and we basically tie the ends of those blankets, the kids do. So they're in knots on the edges. It's frayed edges, and they tie the ends. And she actually delivers those to the homeless, and part of this is just showing that we come as a community to care about those in need. And she does that on a regular basis, and she's always thanking us for some reason, but we want to just thank her because, as you know, our push here is to help the community and service to others, and she's helping us do that out of the kindness of her heart, and it's making a difference. So we really appreciate you, Miss Tuttle. Last thing, as you know, we've been raising some money for those in need. So we did raise over $250 for the Hurricane Relief Fund, and we are sending that off to Red Cross this week. Also with the fires, we had said we were going to donate to the community of Cascadel. Makes it kind of complicated with the ASB, some of the rules for student body funds. So what we are able to do, and what we're going to do instead, is we are going to donate the money that we have collected, which is close to $400, I think. We're going to donate that to the Wildland Firefighter Organization. And what that is, that's an organization that basically goes to support families who have lost loved ones that are firefighters. So I can think of plenty of examples. One of the most recent were the Granite Mountain Hotshots. It's near and dear to my heart because I was at one time a hotshot on Crane Valley. And So we're going to donate to that fund because that goes directly to firefighter families. And we know that's close to our hearts here in the mountains because we've gone through a lot of devastation with fires. So wanted to keep you posted on that. We're going to continue to do these efforts. I'm going to have a report for you at the end of the year on how much community service we as a school do, and we're going to break the record. So I will announce the next project next week. All right, everybody, I think that's it for today. Go big, go pro, go now, and go Mustangs.